guys, Kevin with Reef and Reel over here at the new Reef and Reel store. Stay tuned with us on social media for when we're opening. We're working on it. We're almost there. Keep your eyes on @Reef and Reel. Subscribe to the channel below. Follow us on this YouTube channel. I'm going to show you today a really simple, basic way to do some bottom fishing. It's called a chicken rig. It's called a high-low rig. It's deadly when it comes to fishing snapper, simply because this rig is going to keep your bait suspended up off the bottom at about 1 foot and maybe about 3 foot. You have control over how far up off the bottom it is, but it basically keeps you to where those snapper are chilling and not with all the crap fish at the bottom. I don't know what else to call them. The grunts and the squirrel fish and whatever else may be down there. You're going to get those snapper that are up around the top. All right, guys, so first and foremost, I like to keep my line attached to my leader spool, just because it makes it easier to build this rig as you go. So for this purpose, I'm going to be using my trusty white twine, so it makes it nice and easy for you guys to see it. Pull out a little bit of line. For my bank sinker at the bottom, all I'm going to do is a nice easy overhand knot. So give myself a little bit of line and just a simple basic overhand knot, like so. Make sure it's big enough to fit over your bank sinker, because what you want to do is take your loop that you just created, go through your bank sinker like so, if it'll go through, which is the tough part of these with the big twine. There it goes. Now obviously that's going to be easier when you're using fishing line in your normal leader. Slide it over and boom, it's on there. Now that makes it nice and super simple. If the current kicks up, your drift changes, you can change to a heavier weight, you can go to a lighter weight, whatever's necessary. Boom, you're set up with your weight. Create my first loop. Now this is super simple. All I want to do is create a loop like so. Now the bigger the loop, the further away from my main line the hook is going to be. So if I shorten this, if I make this a smaller loop, then my hook's going to be this close. If I make it bigger, it's going to be further away. So for this application, I'm going to keep it out about, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches. I'm going to pinch both lines together where I've created that loop, and I'm going to start twisting. Now it's very important to not twist the loop. You're just twisting the two lines. So as you see, that loop that I've created over here is not moving. I'm just twisting the two lines that I've created. After about 5 or 6 twists, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end of the loop and I'm going to come through that hole that I created. Right, like this. And grab it and pull it through. And I let those loops cinch down like so. And now as you see, those twists stacked into a nice tidy knot. And now I have my first dropper loop. Take the dropper loop, pass it through the eye of your hook. Bring your hook through, pull it, and now you have your first rig. So now that's about 1 foot up off the bottom, like so. And now I'm going to do it one more time. So I'm going to go another foot or so, maybe 1.5 feet. I'm going to create another loop, and you guys can play with this. You can keep one close to your main line, one far away. You can do both about the same length, however you want to do it. So I'm going to create another loop. Again, same thing, pinch both lines together and start twisting. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, okay? Take the loop, pass it through that hole that you just created. Cinch it down. You're gonna watch all those twists stack onto each other, like so, and that is as clean as they come, like so. Now again, grab my loop that I've created, pass it through my hook, and my twine's starting to come apart a little bit on me here, like so. Pass it through, cinch it tight. So now, it's going to be hard for you to see it all, but now I got my weight, I got dropper loop hook number 1, dropper loop dropper loop number 2. So now target all these fish that are 3 feet up off the bottom, 4 feet off the bottom, and that bait's just gonna be sitting right in the strike zone, and you're avoiding all those junk fish at the bottom. So when you're fishing mangrove snapper, you're fishing red snapper, You're fishing yellowtail snapper, vermilion snapper. It works for all these fish. You're gonna catch grouper and stuff with it as well. And then you give yourself a little bit of line, cut this off, and this is where you're gonna tie your double uni or your FG or whatever you're tying to your main line, and you're ready to fish. Reefandreel.com. Follow us at Reef and Reel. Subscribe to the channel below.